Hi, this is Tim of the Watchbox at Dubai Watch Week 2021 with Moritz Grossmann of Glashutte, Germany. Here we have a new debut for 13 years of the company. We have the Backpage Blue with a blue nano-coat, same basic underlying caliber 107, but now you can see more of the underlying base plate of the movement. I'll show you the standard Backpage. This came out in 2018. You can see it has a multi-tonal layered look to it, where this is a little bit more monochrome and monolithic. Now they're only going to make 13 of these, representing 13 years since the company's refounding in 2008. Let's get a little bit closer and take a look at this caliber 107. It is delightful because the best parts of the watch, at least from a watch nerd standpoint, are on the dial side. You have the crown wheel, which has a black polished core, gorgeous. You have the ratchet wheel, which is triple solar finished, lovely. You have a black polished, extensible, spring-loaded click that holds the ratchet wheel from running backwards. Now, in contrast to the original Backpage, which features fired blue handcrafted hands, here we have handcrafted hands that are black polished, and you can even see that the bridge on which they are mounted, along with the shaft up from the cannon pinion, that has been entirely black polished. So the bridge, the hands, and the cannon pinion all black polished and lustrous. Now, nano-coat has been used. It's blue. It's what gives the watch its color front and back, but it allows you to see the broad Glashutte stripes. And you can see, unlike most Côte de Genève, which are relatively narrow and often just stamped, these are laid down the old-fashioned way, abrasively. They're wonderfully broad, light, luminous, and airy. Now, moving over to the regulator, you can see that both the cock for the escape wheel on the dial side, as well as the cock for the balance, have been freehand engraved. So no two will be exactly alike. That's not done with an engine. It's done with a burin. Take a quick look at the screws. You'll note all of them have been black polished and chamfered appropriately. And we have a unique micrometric screw-driven regulator that is used by Moritz Grossmann. We also have an overcoil profile on a balance that's 14.8 millimeters in diameter with recessed bolts, and that is of their own design. They make the difficult parts of the watch, as well as things like wheels, bridges, and plates. Now, you can see there is a small second sub-register. Blink and you'll miss it. And we have lovely tones between silver, gold, and blue on this dial side. Things are just as charismatic on the reverse side, where you can see all of the text on the bridge, or the base plate I should say, is actually hand engraved. So it's not as micrometrically perfect as if it were done with an engine, a laser, or a drill, but I think watch collectors will love it more because of that. Now, you can also see from the underside the rather complicated keyless works that Moritz Grossmann uses to set its watches. The balance is beating away at a slow 18,000 vibrations per hour, and I'm going to show you how the setting system works, but I also want to mention, you can see that they use clear stones in their pivots rather than synthetic rubies, which lends a wonderful dry coloration to the watch. And you can see that the entire train, right down from the barrel arbor to the escapement, features jewels set in chaton as it would have been during the lifetime of Moritz Grossmann. You can also see this watch is made of platinum and incredibly massive in the hand. It features a buckle that is Moritz Grossmann branded, alligator leather on the top of the strap, calfskin on the bottom, and will roll over the crown. I'll demonstrate their unique setting system. So what you do is you pull the crown out, and as you can see, that activates the stop seconds function. Now the crown actually retracts back into the case, and I'm able to set the watch. And you know how when you set a watch, oftentimes the hands will be displaced when you replace the crown? It's the nature of conventional keyless works. Well, here I am able to simply push the release, and providing the watch is sufficiently wound, it will resume beating. So this watch has a 42-hour power reserve, manually wound, of course, and the miracle of this setting system is that you don't displace the hands when you restart the watch. The watch is 30 meters, which is standard water resistance for a dress watch, and quite bold, as 41 millimeters in diameter. It's on the large size for a dress timepiece, but it's also delightfully thin with lovely lug profiles. You can see how those are lugs with a sharp break between case band and lug profile, giving them a lovely sculptural beauty independent of the case itself. This is Tim Masso of Watchbox at Moritz Grossmann, Dubai Watch Week 2021.